G'day everyone and welcome to the Coin Couch on this special day of remembrance, ANZAC Day. So I guess you're here to play this for a chance to win this. But first, let's find out why ANZAC Day is so important.
They shall grow not old, as weeds that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemned. But going down of the sun, in the morning, we will remember them.
ANZAC stands for Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, and it is one of Australia's most important national days. It marks the anniversary of the first major military action fought by Australian and New Zealand forces during the First World War. The Australian and New Zealand forces landed on Gallipoli on the 25th of April 1915, meeting fierce resistance from the Ottoman Turkish defenders. What had been planned as a bold stroke to knock Turkey out of the war quickly became a stalemate, and the campaign dragged on for 8 months. At the end of 1915, the Allied forces were evacuated from the peninsula, with both sides having suffered heavy casualties and endured great hardships. More than 8,000 Australian soldiers had died in the campaign. Gallipoli had a profound impact on Australians at home, and the 25th of April soon became the day on which Australians remembered the sacrifice of those who died in the war. Although Gallipoli was classed as a military failure, it was the actions of those Australian and New Zealand forces that left a powerful legacy. Something that we now know today as the spirit of ANZAC. And Australians now recognise the 25th of April as a National Day of Remembrance. Commemorative services are held across the nation at dawn, the time of the original landing. Later in the day, former servicemen and women meet to take place in marches through the country's major cities and in many smaller towns. And ANZAC Day is also the only day in which it is legal to play two-up. Two-up, which was thought to have originated from pitch and toss, a gambling game involving tossing a single coin into the air and wagering on the result, was played extensively by Australian soldiers during the war and has become a regular part of the ANZAC Day tradition. Now I have to admit, playing two-up is actually one of my favourite things to do, and therefore why ANZAC Day is one of my favourite days of the year. Normally I attend the dawn service with my family, go home, have some breakfast, have a rest, and then head down to the club ready to play two-up. But what is two-up? Two-up is played in many clubs and pubs all around Australia. Normally there is an area set up for two-up, and it's about 3 metres in diameter, and you can have as many players as it will fit. The person in charge of the game is called the ringer. The person who looks after the wages is called the boxer. And the player who is spinning the coins is called the spinner. The spinner will hold the kip, and this is a piece of wood in which pennies are placed for spinning. The ringer will call for a spinner who will place a bet with the boxer. When this is set, side bets may be made, either heads or tails. The ringer will then call, "Come in, spinner," and the spinner will walk into the centre of the ring and toss the coins upwards. If the coins land with 2 heads facing up, it's called heads. 2 tails, it's called tail them. And when one of each is showing, head and tails, it's odds, and the coins must be tossed until the result is gained. The aim of the game is for the spinner to spin as many pairs of heads as possible. When 2 tails are showing, the spinner passes the kip. The modern game is now played with 3 coins, thus giving a quicker result, i.e. 2 heads or 2 tails. Playing two-up is a truly unique experience. You have a room packed with people who are literally screaming at coins. Now, don't be silly over there thinking it's not going to make a difference. It does. If you're a heads better, you will put your hand on your head, finding a tails better. Tails better? Where do you think you put your hand? On your tails. So this is how you will find people across the ring. If I see you and you've got a hand on your head with a $10 bill, I'll know that you've got 10 on heads, and I'll show you my 10 on tails. I'll hold the money because I'm the tails better. We watch the spinner in the middle of the ring, and whoever comes up, heads or tails, that's who will keep the $20. Now it's a lot of fun. Shouting at the coins has to be one of the coolest things ever. For some reason, it just works. So if I'm a tail better, I'll be shouting tails, tail them up, go tails, come on tails, anything like this. If I'm a heads better, of course, I'll be saying head them up, come on heads, throw a heads, anything like this. It all helps and it's a lot of fun. Now I'd like to take a minute to thank the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra for donating this very special set. It's actually a 4-coin set. One is from the Royal Australian Mint, one is from the New Zealand Mint, New Zealand Post, and also the Royal Mint. And this marks the centenary of the Gallipoli landing. Now, as much as I would like to invite you all over here to Germany and have a big game of 2-up, it's really not going to work. So I had to come up with another way in which we could play in order for someone to win this prize. So here's how it's going to work. In the comment section of this video, you need to start your comment with "come in spinner." After that, you need to have your 10 guesses. So I'm going to be the spinner and I will spin these coins. Come in spinner when I spin them. You have to guess, am I going to throw heads, tails, heads, heads, tails, 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 heads, tails, whatever it may be. Put them in 10 times, your guesses. In the next video, I'm going to act as the spinner and continue to toss this until we have a winner. So for example, if your first guess out of these 10 is a tails and I throw heads, you're out. So we keep on going down the line. Hopefully we'll have a winner. In the event of a tie, I will start again and we'll go with your original 10. Now, as much as I would have liked to have this giveaway done and dusted by today, obviously because it is ANZAC Day, I do realise I'm posting this video a little bit late and it may not give everyone time to put their entries in. So I'm going to leave this giveaway open until tomorrow, which is the 26th of April, and you'll have until 10 a.m. That's 10 a.m. Central European time. So let's go over that again. If you would like to play, please comment "come in spinner" in the comment section and then your 10 guesses. Heads, tails, heads, tails, heads, tails, whatever order, just make sure you write them 10 times what you think the coin toss will be. Also, you must be a subscriber to the Coin Couch. If you are not, sorry, you cannot play. And also, sorry, you're missing out on watching the Coin Couch every Monday, so it's your loss, big time. Hopefully you now know more about ANZAC Day and why it is so important to Australians and New Zealanders. I hope that I've given you enough information on how to enter this giveaway. If you have any questions, please pop them down in the comments section and I'll see you tomorrow for the big game of 2-up. Bye!